Today, I'm going to rank every Pizza Planet Easter egg in every Pixar movie. So this is what our tier list looks like. We have the goated category, which is the ones that are just the most creative. Then we have the very good, which are ones, obviously, that are very good. We have the meh category, which is ones that they're all right. And then we have the lame category, which is ones that I'll probably explain why they're there. Make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more content like this. All right, so first up on the list, we have A Bug's Life. And now this one, if you guys remember, it's the second time they ever used the Pizza Planet truck. It literally started the cameo Easter egg of this in Pixar movies. So for that reason alone, I think it needs to be high, right? In the movie, it's parked next to a mobile home, which is eventually used again in a later movie. But for that reason, I'm going to put this one at very good. All right, next up, we have Brave. And Brave, if you guys remember, the Pizza Planet truck shows up as a wood carving during the witch scene when Merida actually meets the witch and tries to figure out everything, right? And she has a wood carving of the Pizza Planet truck, which to me is super creative from the Pixar team to throw that in there. This was a time when vehicles didn't exist, and here we have the Pizza Planet truck still showing up in a very creative way. So for that reason alone, I'm gonna put this one up in goated. All right, next up on the list, we have Cars 2. Now this one shows up in a more recognizable capacity as a spectator sitting on the sidelines. In the first Cars, they did it perfectly because it was like a surprise, but using it kind of in the same scenario in Cars 2 already makes it a little for me. For that reason, I'm still gonna put it in the very good category because even though Cars does it better, it is pretty cool to still have like an alive Pizza Planet truck that kids will just love. All right, next up is actually Cars 3, and this one I am gonna put in the goated category. Instead of just having some spectator watching and cheering on Lightning McQueen, it actually shows up in the demolition scene as a demolition vehicle that absolutely gets pummeled by another car. And like the Pizza Planet truck sign goes flying. It's so cool. And for that reason, it is goated for me. Cars 1, again, goated because it was the first time they made the Pizza Planet truck alive. And I think that is so creative. So definitely goated for me. Coco. All right, Coco for me, I feel like it could be meh. I'm not 100% sure. I also feel like it's very good because it's like a flash, like blink your eyes and you'll miss it type of Easter egg. It literally goes like flying past, delivering like pizza in a scene when Miguel's looking out the window. And for that reason, it's like you literally have to catch it, but anyone that knows this Pixar Easter egg would love it. So I feel like it could go in the very good category for that reason alone, but I'm gonna put it in just meh for now. Elemental. Oh man, I love this movie. Okay, so Elemental was actually super hard for me to find, and when it finally came out on Disney Plus, I was able to see it. It shows up when Ember's mom, Cinder, goes and like kind of spies on them, and it's in the like background, and it's also in the shape of a boat, which I think is really cool. It definitely fits the vibe and element of the scene and the world. I'm gonna actually throw this up in very good. Finding Dory. Okay, so Finding Dory's, I absolutely love this one. Better than Finding Nemo's by a long shot. In Finding Dory, it's literally like a sunken Pizza Planet truck. Absolutely goated. When you see it, you're just like, man, how do you guys think of like the locations? Amazing. I absolutely love this one. Finding Nemo, I'm gonna actually put in very good. Bill describes them and his plan of escaping the fish tank in the dentist office. And it's just like, you can see it through the bag of it moving, which I think is a very creative way of showing it. It's not creative in the way it's designed, but the way it's shown is pretty cool. So it belongs in the very good for me. Inside Out 2, the newest Pixar movie. I like this one a lot as well. I don't think it was as creative as Inside Out, which we'll get to, but Inside Out 2, it shows up when Joy is sleeping, like all the emotions are sleeping, and literally on her nightstand or table next to her bed, you see like a toy, wooden toy of the Pizza Planet truck, which I think is pretty cool. So for that, I'm gonna put it at very good. Lightyear, horrible movie to me. Great animation, but horrible movie. But the Pizza Planet truck placement is very creative because it actually shows up when Buzz Lightyear is trying to save the mission despite being told to give up, and he runs from the security guards, and in the background to the left, far left of the screen, you can see during the chase the Pizza Planet truck sitting, and it actually looks a little bit different and fits again the world that we're in. It's like a space looking vehicle, which I love, and I'm actually gonna throw that up in goated. Incredibles 2, Completely lame, bro. I don't like this one at all. When I think Elastigirl's fighting the villain and it's like in an alley, it does fit the vibe of the world. It has like a older vehicle style. It's like right there in your face. You're not really looking for it. I don't like those. I like when it's like you have to watch the movie like 10 times to try to find it. Toy Story 2 as well, I'm throwing down in the lame category. And it was like the second time that the Toy Story franchise used it, and I believe the toys got into it or sat outside of Al's toy barn, but it was the scene. It's just like the original Toy Story, but it's like in your face type thing. And again, I don't like that. I don't really care for it. If it's a part of the story, eh. Next up, we have Monsters Inc. And the Monsters Inc. Pizza Planet placement truck was a reused scene from A Bug's Life, and they added Randall. So it was funny, don't get me wrong. But for that reason of being reused, I'm going to put it in the meh category. Nothing to write home about. Monsters University, I kind of want to throw it in the meh category, but I also feel like it could be good because of the creative design on it. But I'm going to throw it in the meh category as well. It shows up during the frat party scene. You can see it parked outside of the frat house. It's in the background, so it's not right in front of your face. You do see it. It does have like a monster look to it with like 6 wheels and stuff like that. But I think because I've seen better creativeness when it comes to these, I feel like it's meh. Inside Out, I'm gonna throw that in goated. A different way of showing the Pizza Planet truck in a world that doesn't have vehicles, or they could have shown in the Riley world, but they ended up putting the Easter egg inside her head, which I thought was dope. It shows up when I think Joy and Sadness are talking to Bing Bong, and they meet Bing Bong, and then they're like chasing after him, and she drops some of the memory orbs, and one of the memory orbs on the ground is the Pizza Planet truck. And if you look closely at it, it's a happy memory, because who doesn't love pizza? Ratatouille, again, I feel like it's meh. It could be very good, but because of the design of it, it just looks like the Pizza Planet truck. I'm gonna put it in meh because it was all right. It happens when Chef Skinner's chasing after Remy, and in the very background of the film, you can actually see the Pizza Planet truck going across the bridge delivering a pizza. You have to look closely to see it in the background, so that gives it some bonus points. But in terms of the design of the Pizza Planet truck and all that, it goes in the all right meh category for me. Onward, same kind of ordeal. It did change a little bit, but nothing to write home about, and I feel like that's also why I want to throw it in meh. I feel like I'm being harsh on some of these. This one happens when they're at the toll booth and all the cars are like queuing to pay the toll in Onward, and you can see the Pizza Planet truck is also queued to pay a toll. But they changed it, and I believe it's like, yeah, they rebranded it as the Pizza Realm, which, you know, in a magical world, why not? It's from the Pizza Realm. For that reason, I'm going to throw it in the all right meh category. Toy Story, the OG Pizza Planet truck. We have to put that in goated, right? Like, that's not even a question. The OGs always get the goated category, let's be honest. Luca, I think the Pizza Planet truck placement, design, and a blink of the miss moment probably has to be the number one. Like, it's gotta go in goated. If you guys don't know or don't know where it's at, it's in a blink and you'll miss it moment during the bike race. Literally, as they're going around a corner, you see a Pizza Planet like Vespa, bro. It literally has the logo on the side. My favorite Pizza Planet Easter egg of all time. Next up, we have another good one, the Good Dinosaur. The Pizza Planet Easter egg is absolutely goated, baby. I'm throwing it up in the goated category because, let's be honest, this one is super good. It happens in the opening credits, like opening scenes, and when it's showing the asteroid belt, one of the asteroids is in the shape of the Pizza Planet truck, dude. Come on, like, that is genius, bro. Moving on to Soul, I think Soul was very good. I would throw it up in very good. It happens when, like, they go to the, like, dreamlike Soul world of, like, the Hall of Everything, and it's like the only yellow thing that shows up almost in that blue world, so that's pretty cool. The Incredibles, I think this one was one that people thought that there was no Pizza Planet truck in this movie, but let me tell you, there is, and it's absolutely goated. This one shows up during the plane scene when Elastigirl and the kids are going to save Mr. Fantastic, right? Mr. Fantastic. I've been playing too much Marvel Rivals. Mr. Incredible, and literally, if you look and pause the scene, a cloud is literally in the design of the Pizza Planet truck, a creative way of implementing the Easter egg in a weird world that does have cars, and you put it in the clouds. Genius. I absolutely love it. Toy Story 4. Toy Story franchise has been known to use the Pizza Planet truck in every scene, and it's like front and center in your face all the way up through 3. But Toy Story 4 broke that mold. This one shows up when the carny goes over to pick up Buzz Lightyear, and literally on the back of his leg, he has a tattoo of the Pizza Planet truck. Absolutely goated. Good job, animation team. Toy Story 3, I'm also gonna throw down in lame. It literally, again, front and center. I'm not here for that. I like when it's like hidden or at least like designed differently. Turning Red as well. I'm gonna throw it down in lame. It's just not for me. Up, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the meh. As the house is floating over, it shows up again. Pretty interesting. And finally, Wall-E, I'm gonna throw up in very good. I don't think it's goated, but I think it's very good. It's when Eve comes down to the planet and is scanning stuff, and she finds engine of a broken down Pizza Planet truck, bro. Bring the Pizza Planet truck into a world that is post-apocalyptic. I absolutely love that. And there you have it, the ranking. Yeah, I don't know why I did this.